Hello everyone, welcome to the Daily Morning Podcast. Now let's see how the market have done in the Friday's trade. Sensex has closed at a negative 0.91%, settling at 80,604. Nifty has closed lower 1.09%, settling at 24,530. Nifty Mid Cap 100 closed 2.11% negative and Small Cap 100 closed 2.29% negative. Now let's look at the gainers and losers of Nifty 50. The gainers are Infosys, ITC, Asian Paints, Britannia, while the losers are Tata Steel, BPCL, Hindalco, Tata Motors, Wipro, Power Grid. Now let's look at the sector-wise performance. BSE Metal was the highest loser at 4.11%, followed by BSE Oil and Gas at 2.87%, BSE Auto at 2.53%, BSE Utilities at 2.51%, and BSE Services at 2.42%. Now let's look at the market breadth. 858 stocks have advanced while 3071 stocks have declined. Now let's look at the 52-week high and low. 86 stocks have scaled 52-week high like Britannia, Infosys, KPI Green, Emphasis, Power Mech, TCS and Wipro, while 23 stocks are trading at 52-week low. Now let's look at the fund flow data. FII were the net buyers to the tune of 1506 crore, while DII were the net sellers to the tune of 461 crore. Now let's look at the result which are due today. Indian Overseas Bank, IDBI Bank, Suzlon Energy, Supreme Industries, UCO, Coforge, Zensar Technology, Maharashtra Scooters, Dudla Dairy, Greenlam Industries, Jana Small Finance Bank, Cyient and Moschief Technology. Now let's look at the global cues. The global cues looks muted as the US market is witnessing sell-off in growth stocks. On Friday, all indices ended red while Asian market were also looking weak. Hence, we expect a weak start for our market today. Now let's look at the stock-wise development. Vedanta, the company raised 8,500 crore via QIP with a floor price of 440 per share. This remained positive for the stock. JSW Infra, the company approved purchase of asset under construction at 30 metric ton per annum slurry pipeline project in Odisha Nuagaon mines from JSW Utkal Steels. This remained positive for the stock. IndusInd Bank, the company approved raising 20,000 crore via debt securities on a private placement basis. This remained positive for the stock. IRCTC, the company was upgraded to Schedule A Central PSC from Schedule B. This remained positive for the stock. Vodafone Idea, the company approved third tranches allotment of shares worth rupees 614.5 to Nokia India and Ericsson India. This remained neutral for the stock. EMS, the company received an order worth rupees 140 crore from Uttarakhand Power Corp for development and distribution of infrastructure loss reduction works in Uttarakhand. This remained positive for the stock. Techno Electric and Engineering, the company raised 1200 crore via QIP at floor price of 1440. This remained positive for the stock. SpiceJet, the company auditor issued a qualified opinion on FY24 accounts and flagged non-compliance with various laws and regulation. This remained negative for the stock. HDFC Life, the company received a rectification order from tax demand revised from 4,179 crore in March to 1,868 crore. This remained positive for the stock. Anant Raj, the company unit entered into a MOU with Google to provide AI-infused solution for data infrastructure and security. This remained positive for the stock. Mahindra & Mahindra, the automaker announced its latest SUV brand name Mahindra Thar Rocks to strengthen the Thar portfolio. This remained positive for the stock. HDFC Bank, the lenders board has given the nod to start the IPO process of HDB Financial. This remained positive for the company. HMA Agro Industries, the company entered into a 3-year facility agreement with ALM Foods Product and ALM Industry to expand business in processing, freezing and packing of buffalo meat. This remained positive for the stock. KPI Green Energy, the company received a LOA from Mahagenco for development of 100 megawatt solar power project in Maharashtra. This remained positive for the stock. Now let's look at the key result that has come during the weekend. Reliance Industries, the revenue was down 1.9%, EBITDA was down 8.8%, EBITDA margin stood at 16.7% versus a 17.9%, net profit was down by 17.9% to 17,444 crores. The company has reported a weak set of numbers. This remained negative for the stock. Wipro Q1 FY25, the revenue was down 1%, EBITDA was up 1.8%, EBIT margin was at 16.5% versus the 16% on a YOY basis. Net profit was up 6.3% to 3,037 crore. It has reported a weak set of numbers, negative for Wipro. Kotak Mahindra Bank, net profit was up 81%, mainly due to one-off sale of its subsidiary. and NII was up 10% to 6,842 crore. It has reported a stable set of numbers. HDFC Bank NII was up 2% to 29,837 crore, and net profit was down 2% to 16,175 crore. It has reported a muted set of numbers. JSW Steel revenue was up 1.7%. EBITDA was down 21.8%. EBITDA margin stood at 12.8% versus 16.7%. Net profit was down by 64% to 867 crore. It has reported a weak set of numbers, negative for JSW Steel. Union Bank of India, the NI was up 6.3% to 9,412. Profit was up 13.6% to 3,679. GNP stood at 4.5%. It has reported a steady set of numbers. JSW Energy revenue was down 1.7% to 2,879 crore. EBITDA margin stood at 49.2% versus 38.7%. Net profit was up 84% to 534 crore. It has reported a strong set of number. We expect positive reaction for JSW Energy. Patanjali Foods revenue was down 7.7%. EBITDA was up 141%. EBITDA margin stood at 5.7%. Net profit was up 199%. It has reported a very strong set of numbers, positive for Patanjali. Oberoi Realty revenue was up 54%. EBITDA was up 72%. EBITDA margin stood at 58%. Net profit was up 82%. It has reported a strong set of numbers, positive for Oberoi Realty. ICICI Lombard GIC total income was up 16%. Profit was up 39%. It has reported a good set of numbers, positive for ICICI Lombard. Transformers and rectifiers revenue was up 107%. EBITDA was up 867%. EBITDA margin stood at 13.1%. Net profit stood at 20 crore. It has reported positive set of numbers. Tejas Network revenue was up 730% to 1,562%. EBITDA margin stood at 14.71%. Net profit stood at 77 crores. It has reported a positive set of numbers. Nippon Life AMC total income was up 35% to 636 crore. Net profit was up 41% to 332 crore. It has reported a positive set of numbers. RBL Bank net profit was up 29%. NII was up 20%, while there was slight increase in the GNPA also due to heat wave and election related collection delay. Slightly negative for RBL Bank. Kirloskar Pneumatic, the net profit was up 50%. EBITDA was up 48%. EBITDA margin stood at 14.3% versus 11%. Revenue was up 13.7%. It has reported a very positive set of numbers. Poonawalla Fincom revenue was up 40%. Net profit was up 46% to 292 crores. It has reported a very strong set of numbers, positive for Poonawalla Fincom. Now let's look at the corporate action. Today is the extra or dividend date for DV Talk, Voltam Transfer, Happy Forging, Exide Industries, Carborundum Universal, Select Energy System. That's it for today. Thank you for listening.
Investment in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.